Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible? And is my screen visible? If yes, please say yes in the chat window. If I am audible and my screen is visible, please say yes in the chat window. We'll wait for others to join. Once they join, then we will start. We'll be talking about Nifty today. What is the Nifty levels? How to interpret Nifty and am I audible? Please say yes in the chat window so that we can start. We'll wait for another 2-3 minutes for others to join. And if I'm audible, please say yes in the chat window. I hope my screen is visible and markets. Is my screen visible to everybody? Please say yes in the chat window, and if I am audible and there's clarity in my voice and the screen is visible, I've opened the chart of Adani Enterprises. If it is visible, please say yes in the chat window. We'll take questions initially and then talk about Nifty. What is the scenario of Nifty and what is happening in the Nifty on the weekly time frame. Thereafter, we can go on and take your questions also. If you have any questions, we'll take those questions. Is my screen visible and am I audible? Please say yes in the chat window so that we can start, and we'll wait for another about 2 to 3 minutes for others to join. Welcome everybody. After a long time we have started with the live stream, so I thought markets को पहले मैंने cover किया था before this drop came in Nifty from 2600 26,000 levels. So if my screen is visible and is the sound okay? Sir, what is the issue with the sound? I believe that now the sound is okay. Is the sound okay? Is the screen visible, sir? Okay, low in volume. No problems. I'll increase the volume. Don't worry. Is the sound better now? Okay. Is the sound better now? And I was keeping the mic away earlier. So let's start now and we'll. Okay, sound is better now. Yes, sir. I'm getting 2 confirmations. Is the sound better now? I think everything is perfect now. Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. First, you want me to cover with Nifty what is going to happen in the Nifty next week, or you want me to directly take your questions first and then cover the Nifty? I have on my agenda today to cover Nifty analysis and what is going to be the Nifty scenario in the coming weeks, how the Indian markets will play up. I've marked the chart also and I've used Ichimoku again to take help. तो चलो मैं पहले आपको निफ्टी का एनालिसिस I will cover and then we will just kill the issue of Nifty now. Now if you see why I've marked this chart, Nifty was reversing from these zones of 24,800. In my updates also I always refer 24,800. Why I'm saying 24,800 is because the Nifty is striking against the Ichimoku line, which is over here, Kijun-sen. We call it as Kijun-sen line, which is there at 24,800. Now, always remember those who read about Ichimoku and those who know about Ichimoku. These lines in Ichimoku, they come on the chart. I've just increased the intensity of the chart and zoomed it. So always remember that these are the rejection candles which are forming in Ichimoku, and they were forming inside the cloud, and there was no way the candlesticks could break above and go above this. Also, there was a Kumo twist which was taking place. Now the Kumo twist has taken place. The chart, which was on a bullish side, has reversed. We see a trend reversal taking place over here. The cloud, which is above the candlestick patterns over here, is providing a lot amount of resistance to the candles to move above this. So before we see a lot of people coming on the TV and everywhere talking about that the candles will break above and the markets will break above 25k or 23, 26k. So the crucial zone remains this zone of 24,800. I will not take any bullish trade above these zones. No bullish trade. Why no bullish trade? I say because we are still in the grip of the bears and we are still maintaining that downtrend. This is a reversal, and I still feel that we will be hitting 21,800 very soon. So if you remember, when we were trading somewhere around 26k, I had given a target of about 2400 and now 24k. So from 24k we have fallen to about 22k 300 levels, and then we reversed, and again we have fallen. Now this becomes a crucial zone. So for the upside, any move above 24,800 would be considered as bullish for the Nifty. Whereas if you see the trend, what is happening in the markets and what the markets are playing up, if we break somewhere around 23,200 levels. So yesterday also I was giving a reference of 23,200. If we break somewhere around 23,200, we will hit this new low of 22,500 levels, and from 22,500 we will hit 21,800 levels. So my outlook for the next few weeks remains very cautious, I will not initiate any bullish trades. I will not initiate any long-term bullish scenario over here, because we are still in the no long-term bullish scenario. We are still in the grip of the bears over here. So once we break above these levels of 24k, 24,800 levels, we will not see any bullish trend coming into the markets. Also, one more thing which I want to clarify over here is regarding the cloud, the placement of the cloud. When I say you see the candlesticks over here, the placement of the candlesticks is below the cloud. Another bear factor is a Kumo twist has taken place on the weekly time frame. My chart is on the weekly time frame over here. So when we have seen the Kumo twist taking place on the weekly time frame, we know that the market Ichimoku itself is giving an indication of a week's market scenario. So once the Ichimoku has given in confirmation of a weak market scenario, we will see a bearish market scenario developing in the near future. Also, the one more factor is the Chicago span, which is below the candlestick. So all the contributors are there for wherever we can say that the markets are now going to be bearish, and we will see a market price moving towards somewhere around 22k and then subsequently to 21,800. So my weekly stroke monthly targets remain bearish, and I am expecting 21,800 soon to be coming, and 21,800 will be a good zone to add maybe L&T, Reliance Industries. There's no buy and sell recommendation. This is the stocks which I will be looking at these levels. So last time when the market hit at these levels, L&T was trading somewhere around 3,200 levels. So it is a good level to add. Thereafter, when the market reversed, L&T reversed to 4,100. So a simple trading strategy what I use is accumulate good stocks at good market levels at a discount basically. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat window. I will answer those questions, and I'll answer the questions regarding particular stock views. If you want to ask me, I will answer those questions also. Is the view of Nifty clear? Anybody has any questions regarding Nifty? Rohit ji, Chanki, Ahuja sir, and anybody? Indus Tower view. Okay, let's take on the views of the stocks. If you have joined now, you can type your questions in the chat window. I will answer those questions also. Indus Tower. Okay, let me check about Indus Tower. Okay, now I will just clear the screen so that the chart is visible, sir. Chanki sir, is the chart visible now? Okay. Now, if we talk about Indus Star, again taking a view on the weekly time frame, you see there's a void in the structure of the Ichimoku over here. Same levels when I talk about the charts, you see the Kijun Sen is above the Tenkan Sen. So the red line is above the blue line. So there is a violation of the structure of Ichimoku. So till the time again the candlestick is hitting the Kijun Sen and reversing. So any up move has to come, it has to break above these basic structures of 440 levels. So any uptrend in Indus Tower above 440, 445 levels on and gives a weak closing on the weekly time basis. So if we see a weekly time basis closing above these, we will see that the stock moving towards a bullish trend, and we will see a trend reversal taking place, and then the Chikou span or the Tenkan Sen will go like this, and the Kijun, there will be a bullish crossover which takes place, and then the price will reach to a level of 480, 485 levels in the short term. So till the time it breaks above these levels of 445, 440, we will wait. No fresh entry is recommended in the stock. Okay. Coal India, Yatra and Gokul Das. Okay, I will cover one by one each of them. You can Coal India. Okay, Coal India. Let me see what does the chart say of Coal India. Now Coal India. Again, as always, I keep my charts marked. So we had made this zone of resistance over here at Coal India. So Coal India is having a zone of resistance somewhere around 488 levels. This is the zone of resistance. I will just see what is happening towards the left of the chart. So okay, I have zoomed the chart now. Now see what is happening towards the left of the chart. Coal India, this is the zone of resistance at 488 levels. We will see a lot of accumulation happening at these levels, and maybe a consolidation takes place. It is also forming a saucer type pattern which is there. So maybe a consolidation takes place, it reverses, takes consolidation, and then we see a breakout somewhere around in the month of June/July. We can experience a breakout happening. So this is an additional factor. There was also rise in volumes once the price has gone up. That shows itself a bullish trend is picking up. When the price is moving up, the volumes have gone up. So this is a bullish indicator. When the price was falling, there was less volume. So the people who are holding the stock, they were holding. There was a consolidation which took place, a long consolidation, maybe about 8 to 10 months consolidation which has taken place at the bottom, and so has the accumulation which has taken place. So you see the price, when there was a fall in the price, the drop in volumes, and when the rise in price is there, you see a gradual rise in the price. So that is why I always say everybody to please analyze the chart on the higher time frame, and that gives you a very clear picture of what is happening on the higher time frame. And again, I feel above 488, if it breaks, we can see a target of about 560, 550 on the in the weekly time frame. So I maintain a bullish outlook for Coal India above 488 levels breaks, and any breakout above this can be a bullish for a target of 550 levels. Okay. Then is the next stock is Yatra Gokuldas. Yatra. Okay, let's see Yatra. I will just clear the chart. Yatra, sir, again, same scenario as of Nifty. It has a zone of support is somewhere around these levels. You can see a support happening at about 66 levels. If you want to accumulate this stock at these levels of 66, it is okay to accumulate at these levels. But I feel to avoid the stock because of this simple scenario that it is under the cloud. We see a Kumo twist happening. The Chicago span is below the price, whereas on the contrary, if you see in Coal India, all the factors were bullish, but here what is happening, it is all bearish. So with the call also given by PM Modi that don't travel abroad and all, so these companies will face a lot of issues in that. So I feel it is bearish, and I will not enter the stock. I will avoid. Okay. We'll take another question of somebody. RR cable. Okay, Gaurav ji ka RR cable. We'll see. You are there, Mr. Gaurav. You are there. Okay. Anuji, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So now, if you see RR cable, I think I had covered this also before. We saw a drawdown happening in the RR cable, and now this is a kind of a stock you should look for. Why I say this is a kind of stock you should look for? See, the volumes have risen, the price has risen, their price has broken above the all-time zone of resistance, which was at 1800 levels. So a good accumulation is happening at the lower levels, and when the accumulation has happened and a good structural breakout with volumes has happened, so overall my outlook for this is bullish. Why bullish? Because the structure of the Ichimoku is intact, and also we see a lot of volumes coming into play once the stock has broken above the zone of resistance in the I'm talking about this candle. The corresponding volume is very bullish. So a price and volume breakout has taken place in case of this, what I call as PV volume. So the PV volume has taken place and the stock has broken above the zone of resistance. Is Hindi okay for everybody or Hindi English okay for everybody? मैं ज़्यादा English में बोलता जा रहा हूँ. अगर हिंदी बोलना है तो I can speak Hindi also. Okay, TMPV. Let's see what is TMPV. So Gaurav ji, RR cable is okay. Keep on holding it. There is nothing to worry if you are holding, and entry can also be taken at these levels. Tata TMPV. Okay, let's talk about TMPV. Again, now TMPV किसने पूछा है? TMPV who's asked. Okay, चंकी आहूजा सर, ये TMPV में हमेशा मतलब I will always suggest that stock is good, company is good, but see what is happening. And this is what the cloud is also indicating. See the trend of the cloud. In case this cloud could have twisted and this could have been the cloud, then I would have shown that this like this. So now this is a falling cloud. Falling cloud shows that the price is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. There was a consolidation over here, then it broke the low which was there on the weekly time frame. So I don't see no strength in the stock right now. I'm just talking technical analysis. I'm giving the technical analysis view. Once it had started to break the structure of the price from the beginning, just see from here what has happened. A simple candlestick, a shooting star was formed, and see where it has gone. This is a simple example of knowing the chart and knowing the candlesticks on the higher time frame. If you read the candlesticks, they give you the meaning what you are looking for from the charts. So the consolidation happened, but still it has not broken above. If you are looking to enter the stock, just a second, I will just clear. If you are looking to enter the stock at these levels, so you should wait for the level to break above the level of 410, 400 oblique 410 levels, where the trend might change and we see a Kumo twist happening like this and the cloud starts rising. Otherwise, I am not very bullish because the structure is weak on the higher time frame. No reversal is seen. There is also the Kijun Sen is above the Tenkan Sen over here. So the structure of Ichimoku is also violated. So all these structures are indicating towards a bearish and bearish trade stroke weakness in the stock. You can maintain a stop loss of about 300 or so, because once it breaks below 300, then it will be very difficult for the stock to recover, sir. Okay. Next question is FISV देख लीजिए सर. मैं FISV अनुज जी पूछ रहे हैं, नहीं तो नाराज हो जाते हैं मेरे से अगर मैं नहीं बात करता इनके स्टॉक की. FISV ये ज़्यादातर यूएस स्टॉक्स में डील करते हैं, तो इसलिए मैंने कहा फाइजर का स्टॉक इनको मैंने यार लास्ट टाइम भी आपको मार्क करके दिया था. जब मैंने लिया था मैंने वही बोला था कि ये जो 121 से स्प्लिट होके इधर आया है, नाउ लॉट ऑफ consolidation will take place sideways. So once the consolidation is taking place, this is a consolidation which is going on. I don't know what is going on in the company, but technically I feel that the cloud is negative. The company is moving sideways, so a consolidation is going on sideways. It has to break above the level of about $60 or $64 to again come into the zone of $120, $125. Otherwise, I feel it is bearish and no bullish activity is expected in the stock. Okay. Next is what? Shakti Pump and MPRL. सर मैं फ्लैग चेक कर लूँगा इसमें TMPV में. I will just check what stock. We look at the sector index and find which sector would work further, and then we can absolutely, sir, Raj sir, we go to the sector indexes and find the sectors which are doing well, and then we take a call that whether to enter this stock or not. So let's see about Shakti Pump. It is one of the methods which are available in the markets, and so a lot of people use these methods to identify the stocks which are doing well. Now Shakti Pump again below the cloud, not very strong scenario in Shakti Pumps. The cloud is descending. This is called as the descending cloud. CENDING, descending cloud. We also see the price moving in the range. Volumes are missing in the no interest. So no interest is available in the markets. So we see a lot of lower lows getting formed. See, this was the high, then this was the base, then it reversed, formed a lower base. Now this base is lower than the previous base. This base is lower than the previous base. And maybe again it formed a base over here, so this is the lower base. Now again a base has formed, so this is a lower base. So till the time it is forming lower lows and lower bases, I don't feel very comfortable in this stock, because it has to show immense strength and immense commitment to reverse the trend. So once this trend has to reverse, we will have to see a lot of volume spurt coming in, somewhat like these. So these volumes are required continuously on week basis to show that the stock will break above the structure which exists in the stock. So once it breaks above, then only we will feel that the stock has resumed an uptrend. Till that time, we feel that the structure of the market is weak, and we also think that the markets will now be consolidating at the lower low somewhere around 505 or between that zone. Okay, last question, MRPL. Then we will close. Any other questions? I've taken most of the questions. MRPL. MRPL की जगह एक और है रिफाइनरी स्टॉक विच मनाली पेट्रो करके था, तो उसको देख रहा था. गुड 13% रन इट हैज गिवन. So we will discuss both the stocks. Okay. Now talking about what is happening in MRPL, it has taken, see, this is how beautiful it is taking support over here. But a bearish crossover has taken place. The Chicago span, the Kumo twist has not taken place till now. And wait, I will just hide this. Okay. Now the Kumo twist has not taken place over here. The base is giving support, and a kind of a doji candlestick pattern has got formed inside the cloud. So a lot of turbulence will be expected over here. Candlesticks are below, are above the Chicago span. Chicago span is below the candlesticks, and it is inside the cloud. No trade is recommended at this location once, because we see the Chicago span also inside the cloud, and the candlesticks also inside the cloud, and a bearish crossover. So no bullish trade is recommended, but yes, please wait for the reversal to take place and the price to break above 180 zone for any bullish entry. Like this was a bullish entry. Like this, similar way, you'll have to wait, and once it breaks above these levels, we will see a good amount of momentum coming inside the stock. Okay. Any other questions, sir? TMPV. Okay, sir. I'll just see what is the flag you are talking about. TMPV. Tata Motors Passenger Vehicle. Flag on which time frame you are talking about, sir? I can't see. Okay, you are saying this whole as a flag. Sir, generally flags are not so extended patterns, so you are saying this as a flag, but I will not consider it as a flag because it is spread over a number of weeks and years. So flags are generally traded on the slower or a smaller time frames, not on this kind of a flag you are talking about. राजी, आप ये वाला फ्लैग की बात कर रहे हैं कि ये फ्लैग बन रहा है? I will just hide Ichimoku so that it is clear to you. This is what you are talking about. Sir, there's an empty space over here, so it violates the condition of the flag. A flag क्या होता है? Bearish flag, though the concept is okay, but I will say why it is violates, because this drop, अगर ये ऐसे आता और ऐसे break कर जाता, then we would have said that it is a flag which is in making. Because it is a bearish flag, so it is reversing, and there is a lot of hollow space over here. So trading action has to take place inside the flag. Once it takes place inside the flag, then we see a flag pattern getting formed. On the weekly time frame, on a shorter time frame, maybe try on 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see on 30 minutes. 15 minutes देख लेते हैं, 15 से clear हो जाएगा सर. Lower time frame पे ना सर हमेशा जो डिडक्शंस होती हैं वो बड़ी पुअर होती है, इसलिए मैं लोअर टाइम फ्रेम पे देखता नहीं हूँ चार्ट. नाउ सी देयर इज लॉट ऑफ नॉइज इन लोअर टाइम फ्रेम. इफ यू सी ऑन 15 मिनट्स, अब मेरे को पता ही नहीं मैं इसमें क्या करूँ. सो दैट इज व्हाई यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस फ्लैग. दिस इज नॉट अ फ्लैग. वी सी अ गैप ओवर हियर. देयर इज नो ट्रेडिंग पैटर्न which has taken place. If you go on a weekly time frame, on a 1 hour time frame, then also we see a lot of gaps. So a lot of, that is what I'm saying, a lot of trading activity is required. Now on the 4 hour time frame, you see some consolidation happening at these levels of about 365. Once I come to daily, just see what is happening. Now see the picture getting changed. Now why I will just mark this chart over here. Why I will mark, because so that you people understand what is happening inside the stock. at these levels. Now see, this is a bearish candle which has formed. We formed a shooting star over here. Once this shooting star was formed and we saw market going down, stock going down, reversing, and then we saw a kind of a hammer getting formed after a downtrend. Hammer, see volume going up, again we reversed. Now what is happening? This was the high. If we say this was H1, this was H2, this was H3, and if this was the low, okay, this we take the L1, this we take maybe L2, then L3 are at the same locations, and then see the highs. H4 has not clearly broken above and closed. Why? Because H3 is still maintained, the intact is maintained, and this high has not been broken, and again we see breaking it over here and then the reversal taking place. So this L4 which was there, it is again formed a lower low. L5, now you see what has happened. L5 is a lower low than L4, L4 is a lower low than L3, L3 is a lower low than L2, L2 is a lower low than L1. Again, if you talk about the highs, now this is the high which is getting formed, H5. So this is again a lower high than H5, H3, H4 are the similar highs, but whereas H3 is again a lower high than H2, and H2 is again a lower high than H1. So what is the structure of the market? The structure of the market is bearish. And what do we understand? That the market, that the stock is making lower lows and lower highs. If you understand, इतना सा बात अगर समझ में आ जाए, बाकी कुछ गेम ही नहीं है इस stock market में. Okay, as on a contrary, I will show you what is happening in Adani Power. Let's see what is happening in Adani Power. So why I come online seldom, because people are looking for tips which I don't provide. So now see the structure of the market. So as compared to this, which stock you will invest in? You will invest in Adani, or you will invest in the previous stock, what TMPV we were talking about. Now see the structure of the market. I will just show you what is happening. See what is happening in the structure. कोई indicators की ज़रूरत नहीं, basic common sense. This was the low, this was the high, again this was the low, this was the high, this was the low, this was the high, again this was the high, this was the low, and see, this is the structural breakout which has taken place in Adani. The split took, this is the place when the split took, and then we saw again a drop and a kind of a saucer pattern getting formed. But see what is happening to the volume. There are no volumes on the drop. So people are not selling the stock. People are still holding and maybe accumulating, the intelligent minds. And once it broke above this zone of about 180 levels, see it has gone to hit about 230, 235 levels. So again it is forming a, क्या बोलेंगे इसको sir? I'll mark the pattern. Okay, I'll mark it more clearly. This was the breakout which took place. This is the saucer pattern. And once the saucer pattern, again the stock has done a good amount of run up. And what pattern is this? My students will also know. What is this pattern which it has formed on the higher time frame now? Now people will think that they should sell the stock over here. What pattern is this? There are about 9-10 people who are watching the stream. So what pattern is this? Please tell me. Any guesses? What pattern is this? So what pattern is the stock forming over here? I have marked so that I come to know that yes, you people are taking interest. And what pattern is this? So some of you will always try to say, बस हो गया अभी ये bearish move आएगा. So triangle pattern. No sir, it is not triangle pattern. Can take flag also. Not a flag, it is a version of flag. We call it as a pennant pattern. Pennant pattern. It is forming a kind of a pennant. जो flag होता है सर वो ऐसे होता है. So this is a version of a pennant. So pennant में क्या है कि this is a bearish, again ये volumes will squeeze. So you see a volume squeeze happening over here. So why I say volumes will squeeze? Because it is like it is contracting energy inside a spring. Once you press the spring between your index finger and the thumb, the energy contracts, and this is what the energy contract is taking place, and then again we will see a outburst or a breakout above 220 223 levels towards the upside. So ये वही है सर कि बंदे ने एक मैराथन भागी है. अभी 160 से if we see 140 से इसका ब्रेकआउट शुरू हुआ, 140 से इसका ब्रेकआउट शुरू हुआ. अब वो जाके 240 पे चले गया, 100 पॉइंट्स का रन अप. So it is like a marathon the stock has run. Now it is taking rest, and after rest again it will start running. So ये एक स्टेशन है जहाँ पे स्टॉक जाके रुका है. वहाँ पे अभी ब्रेकआउट करेगा, थोड़ा रेस्ट करके फिर भागना शुरू करेगा. So this is not a bearish. It will stay. This pattern will stay intact till the time the levels of 210 are intact, 205 levels are intact in Adani Power. If it breaks and reverses more than 8% from these levels, we will say that the trend has reversed. This is what the technical analysis tells you. This is what I teach in my WMP also. Very simple things which I teach. This is the one of the ways to identify whether to stay in the stock or close the stock. Ascending triangle. No sir, it is not ascending triangle. Ascending triangle is something like this. This is ascending triangle. This is symmetrical triangle. And this is descending triangle. So there are three versions. Once you learn the technical analysis, then only you can. Otherwise सट्टा मारी जाएंगे सर, मार्केट में बने रहेंगे, कोई इधर चैनल से देखेंगे स्टॉक, उधर से देखेंगे एंड अपना पैसा बर्न करते जाएंगे. Okay, I have covered most of the questions. If you have any other questions, I will answer those. We'll meet maybe next Sunday. I'll keep on sharing my charts, and I'll request everybody to please like and subscribe those who have joined for the first time. There are only 5 likes. Only 5 likes have taken place till now. So I'll request everybody to like, share, whatever good, bad, ugly I tell you. So it will make a difference. Thank you everybody for joining, and God bless. Stay safe.